Morning friends, we got a farmer mowing the lawn and I don't want to get chopped up, so let's get out of here.
It's day 19 of trying to cross Europe, starting with just a penny, in order to donate as many seeds as possible to help people who can't put food on the table become self-sustaining.
I'm currently kayaking from Bratislava to Budapest.
That cafe's closed today for some reason, and all we've got is that much water and a tiny amount of peanuts. We're running low on surprise again. So it's essential we get to civilization today. I hope. It's pretty dire. It's a sweltering day as well. That's all the peanuts we got. Well, that's us out of food. I never really think things through, do I? Absolute muppet. That's gonna have to get us to civilization, wherever that may bloody be. I think it is time for another wet t-shirt competition. Oh yeah, oh, that's so nice. And that's the last of the water.
After having barely drunk anything yesterday, the sweltering sun was beating me to a pulp.
Bloody hot. Oh God.
I was heavily dehydrated, had a banging headache, and kept having bouts of lightheadedness where I thought I was going to pass out. I paddled and paddled for hours on end. My phone was dead, so I had no idea when the next town would be. I desperately hoped it would be after the next meander. As every meander came and went, I was disappointed.
I'll survive. Hopefully. Well, let's get paddling.
As the hours bled on, dark thoughts started to cloud my mind.
I tell you what, dying of thirst must be the worst way to go. Maybe I'm just dehydrated. Oh, yeah, I am. Maybe.
I'd have given my left gonad for a sip of water.
I'm this close to just having a mouthful of river water and dealing with the diarrhea when it comes. Or the anthrax, or whatever it is. PMA, positive mental attitude, we're nearly there.
We weren't nearly there, but I flipped my mindset and decided that despite feeling like my kidneys were about to explode, I had to enjoy the journey.
We're gonna get there, so let's enjoy this beautiful river, which is bloody gorgeous. Look at it, look at it. Oh, yeah. Right, I'll see you guys in a bit. I'm gonna put some Mars in.
And I paddled my little heart out until...
Things are looking up, guys. Guess what? We've caught up with John from last night. And I don't know if you can make it out, but right there on the corner, there's a pier. There's a pier, there's civilization. We made it. We made it. Yes. We ain't dying today. We ain't dying today. We're still very far from Budapest. And I've only got £4.99. We could still be a good 3-4 day paddle from Budapest, so I'm gonna need to make this £4.99 last. Water and cheap energy food, I guess. We'll see what they got in the shop. Let's get it. John, civilization. You all right, John? Could have gone worse. Totally out of water. I thought I was going to die of thirst. We made it. I'm leaving my boat there. John's going to watch it. I'm going to get some supplies. We've bloody made it. Can I pay? Yeah. Woo! Well, little pit stop at Civilization, and I got myself 4 waters at 40 cents each, a 3-pack of tuna for €2.30, and some bread for 55 cents. That should keep us going, as long as we don't get hit by one of these bad boys. Ahoy! Let's get out of his wake. Wavy, wavy. Check the blades out. Feels good to have a bountiful supply of water finally. I'll make sure I ration this food and water a bit better this time. Which leaves us with only £2.16 until we can next make some money, which probably won't be till Budapest, which is like a 3-day kayak if I'm lucky. So it looks like I'm gonna have to haul some ass today. I might even have to paddle all through the night. I'm also gonna keep an eye out for any mushrooms I can see on the banks. Another good haul of chicken of the woods would be great. I should have taken more last time. And of course there's fish, but let's be honest, I ain't catching none of them. Look at all these whirlpools. Whirlpools everywhere, look at there. It's because we just had a ship pass, I think, and there's another ship coming. It really ruins the flow of the water. But I can't get back into the fast flowing lane because that's where the ships are. So I'm gonna have to stick to this whirlpooly bit. Hey, at least we've got water. Just passed another bridge. Cool story, bro. Speedboat incoming. When they're coming in that fast, it always makes you wonder if they've seen you, if they're gonna hit you. Always makes you a bit jealous as well of their speed. We're really back in the shipping lanes now, which makes going a lot harder because all these boats leave a huge wake. I'm gonna try get past this bad boy before those waves catch up to me. Just stumbled across a wild John. What's up, bro? How long have you been here? Oh, so I'm not that far behind you. Sorry, didn't mean that. I can hear some chainsawing there. Must be some loggers. And there's a factory up there, which I guess is a processing plant. First bit of civilization we've seen in a while. Quite ominous, the big dark corporate machine. Let's get back into nature. More factories. John's mooching about up there and he just shouted at me to get away from that side of the river over here. So there must be some kind of weir or sea kraken over there. Oh, was it a whirlpool? Oh, yeah, yeah.
There was a really weird current.
Yeah, just skirted around it.
Stay between this bank and the markers.
Okay.
To me, that was a no-fun zone. You without a life jacket.
I'd have been a goner. What was there, a weir or some kind of sea monster or?
The current just starts to go, I don't know, I can't exactly see on maps.
I'm glad I bumped into this guy. He's a canoe instructor. Ex-canoe instructor, now a canoe nomad. John, tell them about your journey. Where did you start and where are you going on your canoe?
Black Forest to the Black Sea.
That's a mission. How long will that take?
1.5 months now, and might take 2 more. But the first 1,000 kilometers are quite literally done. By the end of the day, that should be where we stand.
We'll have hit 1,000 kilometers. Yes. Well, he will. Yeah.
Behind the buoy, it goes straight that way.
What, like rapids?
It's sucking hard.
It's sucking hard.
Just changes directions and you can't really see why.
I'm glad I got you to save me. It's a weird place, this. So usually when you see these red buoys, it means to stay on the left of the buoy, or if it's a green buoy, stay on the right. But because we got all these ships on the left, we're having to stay pretty central. I think from this point on, there are a few more towns about, so I don't need to worry about running out of water. I'll be able to refill my bottles at any one of these towns we pass by. It's more the lack of money and food I need to worry about now. John got pretty close to that big boat there. We've got a bit of a headwind picking up, which is far from ideal because I'd rather do as little paddling as possible. So here's my idea. I've got a plastic bag, quite a sturdy one, 2 bits of paracord. I'm going to drop this off the front, which will hopefully act as a drag anchor. The current will go into it and pull me forwards. That's in theory at least. Let's see how it goes. Look at her go. I've wrapped the cords around here
just to widen that mouth a bit more in order to maximize the surface area of the plastic and therefore the volume of the water that can go in it and give us that propulsion. It's going quite nicely. We've actually picked up a fair bit of speed and it saved me paddling, which I'm very happy about. Cormorants, woo! And then if we find ourselves drifting sideways like this, which the boat likes to do, because we've got 3 fins under the boat, it likes to push us sideways, which I'm quite happy with. But then we can just pull one side to steer. And that brings us back facing forwards. I'm happy with that. That's me, back to chilling. And I'm gonna let the plastic bag do all the work. The only thing is, when the river widens up, and the flow slows down, it's not quite as effective. And if I paddle, it'll drag behind me and act as a weight. So I'm gonna have to pull it back in and bloody paddle myself. Wild camper there, really well hidden. He's dragged both his tent and his canoe into the bushes. Very stealth. I'm gonna keep going till darkfall because I should be covering more miles really. But I'm also more than happy just chilling in this beautiful paradise. Amazing. I've totally lost John as well. I haven't seen him in a few hours, but I'm sure we'll cross paths again. We're both headed downstream after all. But for now, I reckon I'm gonna keep going till after dark, because if I stop before sunset, I'm just gonna get absolutely destroyed by the mozzies. And I'm quite content just floating in paradise. With the occasional paddle. And this bit is so wide that the current's barely moving at all. Which means poor little me needs to paddle. I am drifting slightly. Ever so slightly. Big boat coming straight at me. Who do you think would win in a frontal collision? Yeah, I'm gonna get out of the way. Jeez. Big boy. Woo. Oh no, big waves. Let's go. Let's go. Holy smokes. Oh god. Right, let's ride these waves. Oh, this is fun. If I was going in the same direction as that boat, I could probably just ride its wake. But that's not the case. That is not the case. It's a little bit rocky. Starting to get some blisters. I'm literally in the middle of the river and the mozzies are still finding a way to get me. Oh, how I hate them. Sun's going down and I'm still getting bitten by mozzies even though I'm in the middle of the river, so I may as well find a nice flat grassy bank to pull the kayak on. I'll finish off that tin of tuna and have a bit more bread and call it a night. Hit that subscribe button, because for every subscriber I gain this month, I'm donating a seed to help people who can't put food on the table learn how to become self-sustaining. Ding! Clear this town and then find a nice flat grassy bank to pitch up on for the night. Oh, that's the first car I've heard in a while. Woo! I hoiked it up that bank. That was not fun. I probably should have filmed it, but I couldn't. Got my kayak here. And I reckon I'm just gonna pitch up in this grass, leave early doors tomorrow morning before anyone comes, because we're still pretty close to the town. I'll eat my dinner with you and then we'll see each other in the morning. That spot was a bit of a horror show. So I've moved a little. I found this bridge, which you might be able to make out, which has much better access to the water. And I've just set my kayak up here. This is me for the night. Got my usual delightful setup here. Pillow, sleeping bag. Got a little damp, so I've got that down. But before I go to bed, let's finish off that can of tuna. So this is dinner. Voila. Which leaves us with 2 cans of tuna and that much bread for tomorrow.
I've got a feeling I'm gonna run out of food tomorrow. So tomorrow's plan, 60 kilometers away, bit of a trek. There's an island. I'm gonna do a survival challenge on that island tomorrow night, and I'll have to catch some food, some crayfish, some fish, forage some mushrooms. Somehow I'll have to get it done. And then we'll be one day away from Budapest. Cheers. See you tomorrow.
Good night, my friends.